was born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again, dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge, ain't come alive. Go to hell and back, just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place, ain't come alive.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge, ain't come alive. Go to hell and back, just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place, ain't come alive. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I passed the point of no return, something is calling me, it's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again, dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge, ain't come alive. Go to hell and back, just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place, ain't come alive.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Could he fill a hole inside me? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. You know you can't leave me. lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low, but I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's Molly for the melancholy. Cody, fill a hole inside me. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah.
No pulse and all alone. Time's not kind and it won't let go. No thoughts left in my head. My mind's not mine and it won't forget. But you bring me back from my darkness black as the soul in me and the heart I had for you. It bleeds for you, it bleeds again. Oh, you bring me to life. 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 Bring me to life. Safe only, even though we burn from the light I bleed. Does she bring me back? Not a heart attack could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it beats again. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life.
a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime, but can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who settle. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who settle. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. Then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who settle. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who settle. Dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
We're so far, but so far from close. It's so hard to find my destiny. Try not to drift apart, 'cause you'll be right back at the start. And I don't wanna keep on falling. I gotta stay recalling memories we've lost and found. Explain to me what it's all about.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ECPI Rams stream here on Twitch for the first game of the ECAC Rocket League fall season. My name is Trevor, the Silver Fox Rainwater. I am currently a student at ECPI, as well as a part of the ECPI Rams team. I mainly focus on the Valorant team, but I have dabbled in all sorts of games. Just a quick reminder, if you are a Twitch Prime member, you can subscribe for free to the ECPI Rams channel. I want to thank you ahead of time for the support. For now, I will pass you over to my co-host, DBN.
Hello, everyone. My name is DBN. I play Rocket League for the ECPI Rams channel. Today, we have a great game ahead of us, ECPI Rams versus Northern Maine Community College. Now, this is a game best of 5, so that means the first team who gets 3 wins is going to take it all. Before we get into it, I want to thank our sponsors, Game Fuel, HP Omen, and ECAC. Thank you for all your support for sponsoring this match. And also, for those who don't know what Rocket League is basically like soccer with cars, boost, and a whole lot of different mechanics and fun. And I want to pass it back to my host.
All right, DBN. Well, being a part of the Rocket League team here at ECPI, how hyped are you for this first matchup?
Dude, I am so hyped. Me and my team, we've been practicing this for a couple I shouldn't say a couple weeks. We've been practicing this for a couple months and just trying to grow as a team and also as each individual player. And I know these guys are really hyped, and probably like I am hyped, but these guys right here, they want to set it off strong and set the flame for the rest of the season by trying to catch this dub.
Right on. Well, on the topic of practice, do you feel the team as a whole got enough practice? You guys feel ready enough?
I think we are. I think we can pull through this match and definitely take it on to the next match.
Right on. Well, without giving away too much strategy-wise, from a top-level down view, where do you think the team could improve, and where do you think they excel?
I think the team could definitely improve on some, maybe a little bit on some communication level, maybe a little bit more playing time together. But overall than that, pretty solid team.
Yeah, I think that communication is definitely one of those things that can always be improved upon. So that's definitely a good aspect to point out. And would you mind breaking down the roster for the ECPI Rams this year? Who do we have on the team?
Okay, so on the roster, we have Mikey T, Sad Lonely Bard, Lurky, and myself as a substitute. But in this match, we will have Lurky, Sad Lonely Bard, and Mikey T. I think that Sad Lonely Bard is probably one of the best overall around players, mechanics-wise, and he can also spot out a lot of plays within the field and is able to keep control of all 3 important areas. The defensive, the offensive, and also just midfield and passing.
So it looks like we're going to have a lot of rotational things going on here. You got to make sure that you have the right people in the right spots at the right time. Would you mind, before we get into this, just explain a little bit more about how the Rocket League thing works? Where do the boosts come into play? How much boost can you have? Does the boost run out? Just a little more of a top-down overview, just so we can get those unfamiliar with the game up to speed.
So how the boost aspect of the game works is that you have 6 total boosts on the field. You have 2 on the opponent's side, 2 on your own team's side, and 2 boosts on the middle side, ranging at the right before you go up the wall. And in between that, you have these boost pads that are 12 boost each when you pick them up, and each major boost pad at the corners and middles and opposite end are 100 boost. Your car can only max out at 100 boost, so you can't keep gathering boost till infinity. So you definitely have to be careful how much boost you use and how much boost you conserve.
So it seems like boost management is going to be one of those things to look out for. I am excited to get started into the game here, but we got a few more minutes as we wait for the teams to queue up.
And while we are waiting for those teams to queue up, a couple other things that people need to look out for is definitely just look out for the play styles of each of our players here, and definitely what our players have to look out for is reading the other team and trying to understand and to get a grasp on their play style and adapt to it.
I feel like adaptability is going to be one of those big words that we're using a lot today that, that goes to show which team can adapt to the other team's play style. And I think that's really going to give, one of the teams the edge here. If one team can adapt over the other one, I think it could be definitely a big game.
Definitely going to be a lot of back and forth, like trying to make strategic plays. Who's going to pass to who, and what kind of passing plays are we going to see in this game? Who's going to show out on top, and who's going to make some really exciting plays with their teammates, and hopefully give a lot of hype and excitement to our audience as well, as we have quite a game ahead of us.
I couldn't agree with you more there. I think that this game has a lot of potential for those hype moments where you see it's going to happen very fast, but you do get those moments where you're on the edge of your seat, you're holding on to your handles, and you're praying for the best. This is definitely a high-paced, fast-paced, high excitement game, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting started into this.
Yeah, with Rocket League, you never know what to expect. Anything could happen. It depends on what our players are thinking, what the other team is thinking. And sometimes you have that golden boy that comes out of nowhere and just starts overtaking the entire competition. So we'll see how this match goes.
All right. And it looks like we might be loading up into our first game here. I'm excited to get this underway. We'll see how it goes. Just a quick reminder, guys, one more time, if you are a Twitch Prime member, before we get started, you can hit that subscribe button for free. Thank you again for the support.
Little technical difficulties, but I'm sure we'll get it figured out. With this new Epic update, I noticed that there's a technical difficulty, especially with trying to join games. But it seems like we might figure it out right about now. Hopefully we can get into our first game.
This is the first game of the ECAC fall season. Just to let you guys know, we do have some more games coming up. Tomorrow we have the first NACE fall season. It's a doubleheader. Hope you guys can join us. That'll be at 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we also have a few more games later in the week. We have ECPI Rams, the Valorant team, facing off on Wednesday, and then the Hearthstone team facing off on Thursday. I'm definitely looking forward to the Valorant one and the Hearthstone. We're going to see how our ECPI Rams hold down the fort this year. How about last year? Do you know how the Rocket League team did last year?
From what I heard, the Rocket League team made it pretty far into the season. I think they were 8th overall in NACE.
That's huge.
There was definitely it was huge. They I don't want to say they made it into the finals, but they definitely made it past qualifiers and were playing in the season. So
it definitely gives me hype. I'm excited for the first game of the season. We're just waiting here to make sure that the teams are all lined up and we can jump right into it. Seems like we're having a custom game issues right now. There's always these little technical difficulties. It's the first game of the season. We're going to iron it out.
Yeah. New sponsor for the entire game, and switched over from Psyonix to Epic. So there's definitely going to be some update issues and them trying to get a grasp over the overall coding and servers for this game.
Now, I do know, just as a little bit more of a top-down level, we do see different cars in the game sometimes. How do the different cars work in these situations? Does it matter if you choose a different car, or does it have an effect on your overall gameplay?
So the cars play they play a prominent part in Rocket League, mainly because each car has a unique hitbox, and some cars are actually modeled after the basic hitboxes, which is you have the Octane, you have the Merc, you have the Dominus, and then you have the Scarab. And the Scarab is like the smallest hitbox in the game because it is so compact, and it's a small car. The Dominus is very long, although they did make a car that has a wider hitbox and longer hitbox called the Batmobile, and that is a DLC car for anybody who is wondering. And that car is good because it has reach and is able to get to challenges faster and get a better touch on the ball. The Merc has a very square hitbox, so it's almost like driving a brick, but for some people that just works, and it plays better for certain players. The overall versatile car that is a fan favorite among a lot of people is the Octane, because its hitbox has a very triangular slash it's like a triangular rectangular hitbox. Yeah,
a mix of shapes there.
It is very closely modeled to if you saw a soccer shoe. Because of that slant, you're able to envision it as if you were to get touches on a regular soccer ball. If you ever played soccer, is probably the easiest thing to adapt to. There is another car that they modeled after the Octane with a slightly wider and longer hitbox called the Fennec. We are probably going to see that car a lot this season. Because it is a popular favorite among a lot of Rocket League users because it has a wider hitbox, but still has the basic lovable hitbox that everybody has come to get used to.
All right, and as we're waiting for this to start over, we're just going to give you guys a little quick rundown of maybe some key terms that you might want to look out for. Do you mind explaining air dribbling to us?
So air dribbling is when somebody is on top of the ball, is either able to play it into the air or off the wall and goes into an aerial, but is able to dribble the ball in air. Now, if you don't know what a dribble is, it is when you are able to basically have the ball in front of you and your car is able to just lightly tap it forward and keep continuously tapping it forward and have control and possession over the ball. This makes for certain gameplay moves and can also happen to be passes and possession of the ball and touches, and a lot of different types of style plays can come out of this. Dribbles, and definitely air dribbles, because you have a lot of control over the ball. That means you can move around defensive players if they cannot read your dribble.
Another one that we might be able to get into here is dunking. That's another one that I hear quite a bit. Could you explain that one a little bit to me?
So dunking is, if you ever seen basketball, dunk is when somebody is able to slam the ball into the net or the hoop. In this case, yes, it's the net. So let's say there is a ball right in front of the net and somebody just comes in and slams that in. That would be a dunk. Right over the defender or whoever's there. It's just slamming the ball in. It's like a term of like he forced the ball in, basically.
All right, and we'll get into one more before the game starts here. We're going to hear this one a lot. The 50-50. Can you explain what the 50-50 is to me, or a 50-50?
Okay, so a 50-50 is when two people are going up. They both have an even advantage against each other and are able to go up against the ball. They either get a pinch, or one of the people who goes up against the ball gets an advantage, forcing the ball to their side and pushing it forward to have possession of the ball.
All right, and it looks like our first game is underway as we see the ECPI Rams are able to get it into Maine's half of the field here.
Lurkey with a miss there as we see him go for a pass, but Cardboard Box is able to pass it over to his teammate Al and clear it. Looks like they're going to get another clear here. Mikey T is on top of it, going for an aerial, but Sad Lonely Bard is able to put that on net.
So close.
So close. It hits the goalpost twice. They just couldn't seem to get it in right there. 2 close attempts.
What a block there by Maine. That was really close as they were able to just get it out of the goal there. Oh, and we have a ball here.
Looks like Owls is going to be able to get that over.
He just misses it.
See, like they're gonna about to send it downfield. Mikey T gonna try to get another touch. He gets a demo. See if this will play out for their team. ECPI coming out of the gate, swinging, and trying to get the ball into the goal for their first point on the board, but can't seem to just get it on target. As Mikey T almost hits that in, and Sad Lily Bard is going to pick up the goal for the first goal for ECPI.
And a big one. What a read there by Sad Lonely Bard as he's able to pick up on the blocked goal, putting the score at 1-0 ECPI.
And this is what we've been talking about earlier. They're just able to be placed in the right area. They're able to read each other and just communication involved. It seems like they're really incorporating that into their plays today. They look phenomenal. Looks like Sad Lonely Bard with a great redirect on goal.
Lonely Bard's having a game already.
Pass. An exciting game. Oh my gosh. What a redirect.
All right, so we'll get set for this next kickoff here as we see Mikey T gonna 50-50 against Cardboard Box.
Even though they lost a slight possession on that 50-50, Sad Lonely Bard was able to pick that up and try to go for a pass onto the net. And it looks like Mikey T is going to send that on net. Oh my gosh! Who is this team? ECPI is bringing it today.
And it looks like it was very close. He just barely beat him there on that 50-50. This might be a little bit of a head game now if ECPI is able to hold this lead.
3-0 against Maine. See if they can keep it. As we see, Sad Lonely Bard is able to clear that to Mikey, who puts it on net. Maine just not able to defend against the monster that is ECPI.
Yeah, they're really ramming the ball in there right now, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. As we see, the two teams are going to be able to get possession. Rams is fighting for possession right here as Maine is putting it close to their net, but Sad Lonely Bard is able to get a clear on that. Lurky is swinging out wide for a hit. Can't seem to find a area here as it's getting dangerously close to ECPI's territory, but Lurky is able to take control over this ball, just playing with the other team right now.
I know nerves come into this. Is the first game of the season. I know both teams are probably dealing with a lot of nerves, and you know, we just want to give a shout out to Maine for coming out and playing this game with us.
As we see Mikey T go for a pass here, Sad Lonely Bard is going to try to get a shot, but it doesn't work. Lurky T is going to go up for another shot on goal, but it just doesn't get put in as Maine sends it away, trying to get a pass in the middle as Sad Lonely Bard is able to send it to the other side of the net. Mikey T goes for a shot, misses. Lurky is going to send that down the net.
What is your overall kick in there?
Yeah, I see that. What is your overall thoughts about the game so far as ECPI is up 4 points in the game?
Yeah, it looks like Maine, they got some decent players on their teams. It looks like a little bit of nerves are kicking in as they just have those little misplays where they're not quite on the right spot where they want to be.
Lurky with a double touch off the side. Oh my gosh. This is what I'm saying. Lurky is just the man for these different types of trick shots off of the backboard. This is just, he is really coming out today.
That was one of those situational things. It looked like Owls was there, but he just didn't have the boost to be able to get up there.
Yeah, ECPI is capitalizing on their lack of boost right now. As he's set, and Mikey T is
Owls got a nice clear.
Centering it right into middle. Nana Baby isn't going to get a good touch off of that. Mikey T is going to try to send it back into mid here, as Nana Baby is going to try to clear it. Sad Lonely Bard sees that, goes for a pass into middle, and we're going to see Mikey T try to go for a double touch off the top, misses, as Cardboard Box is going to clear this off to the side.
And we see here we got a Cardboard Box dribbling down a little bit, blocking. Oh no, Sad Lonely Bard steals it from him.
Seems like maybe a little too much dribbling going on there, as he was dangerously putting that right in front of their own net. Could have been a score opportunity right there for ECPI, and it almost was a score opportunity.
Oh, nice clear there by Owls.
Mikey T
It just seems like they might be having a little bit of communication issues, as they just don't seem to be in the right position at the right time.
That might very well be true for Owls. And as we see Lurky just right there when it counts, able to put that ball into net. I'd say just a little communication around the defense for Maine would do them a lot of good in these final moments of the game. With 4 seconds on the clock, it looks like ECPI is probably going to take this. Yep, they're going to take this first game.
As we see the good games being exchanged between the teams here. Adaptability. It looked like we had a lot of adaptability coming into play there, as ECPI was able to adapt and really get their foot down on the gas as they take the first game 6-0. What a game that was. Are you hyped now?
Very, very hyped. This team has really brought this first game into just with these goals that they're putting on net is really just spectacular. I'm lost for words. It's almost like I'm looking at a whole new team. It's crazy what a couple practices can do.
I agree, and I'm looking forward to getting started into this next match. As we get started, I want to throw out the reminder one more time, guys. If you are a Twitch Prime member, you can subscribe and help us out here at ECPI for free just by hitting that subscribe button. As we get started into the next match, we're going to see the kickoff here, and we'll jump straight into it. Man, I'm shaking. That was an excellent game by ECPI there.
I got chills on my arm. They're just there was a couple really good goals, a redirect by Sad Lonely Bard, and a couple of really phenomenal goals by Lurky, who we got to watch out for in these games now, because he is on point today. And it looks like Sad Lonely Bard's going to put that on net. Great pass by Mikey T, and we're starting off strong in this second game with only 6 seconds passing for ECPI to get their first goal.
It looks like Maine's rotation was just a little bit out of place there, as they had nobody covering the net. He might have been trying to get boost there and just left the net unguarded.
As Gucci Man has said, sometimes one man can get lost finding the sauce, and the same man can get lost in the sauce. So it's best to use moderation. As Lurky is able to send that downfield, it looks like Mikey T is going to get a beautiful save from that and is trying to push it downfield, but Maine just seems to put it right over, as Sad Lonely Bard gets a nice touch off of that. Lurky putting it back up for Sad Lonely Bard, who
just
is
short.
not able to touch it. Mikey T is going to put that on net. Owl is going to be able to clear that away.
The way he's rotating his car, he has such good knowledge of the angles and where he needs to position his car to get that soccer effect that you were talking about with the cleat and kicking the ball in the right spot.
Oh yes, that all comes with a lot of practice and a lot of in-game experience. It gets really hard to continuously do that over time, and so there's a lot of people who would just practice hours on end each day just to make it muscle memory, so that way they're able to do the same thing over and over again and cover all situations that could possibly happen. As Lurky tries to pass it in mid, gets a second touch. That is going to be Sad Lonely Bard's ball. As you see, Sad Lonely Bard had a better distance between the ball than the opponent, so he was able to challenge a lot quicker than the opponent was. And I think the opponent tried to challenge that, which is one of those things that you got to look out for when you are on defense. You don't want to challenge
Huge
balls.
clear by Owls there, as it looks like they might be able to get something going, but ECPI is just everywhere right now.
Covering all their angles right now. They're able to just keep the pressure on. Seems like Mikey T is going to try to get another touch as Owls clears that away to mid, but Sad Lonely Bard is going to try to get another pass. Lurky is trying to go up for this ball, gets a touch on it. Will that benefit Mikey T? We shall see right here. Owls with a good save is going to clear that downfield. Lurky, who is back on defense, is going to clear it down to mid as Cardboard Box is sending it off to the side.
And it looks like Maine's starting to pick up steam here a little bit as they're getting a little more pressure on ECPI's side.
This is that adaptability we were talking about earlier. Owl, learning from last game, is definitely putting a little bit more pressure on ECPI because I bet they were talking about how they were maybe going a little too soft at first and definitely needed to put some intensity as Lurky just scores right in between Owl's defense.
So Owls was able to get that first save there, but he wasn't able to get the double back.
If you notice during this game, the adaptability feature does come into play at that area because when they take it up the sides, they aren't able to get really good passes into the middle. So when they took it up that middle lane, they were able to get a great shot on goal. And that seems to be working for ECPI's favor.
A nice save there by Cardboard Box as they're starting to, oh no, this is looking bad.
Just not enough boost on that defense and not enough communication. As we see, they both went up for it. No, I believe Owls was just stuck on the goalpost right there. Tricky area, that goalpost.
Yeah, once you get in there, it's definitely hard to get out in high tense situations.
It is a trap. And we're seeing Mikey T gonna pass that into center. Mikey T is just able to put it in as Maine's defense is just not able to get a save on that.
It looks like Cardboard Box was close to getting it. He was just not there in time.
Some could say he put it in.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there.
Benefit of the doubt. Lurky is going to flick this over one person. See if he flicks it over another person, putting it on net, but Owl is able to save that. Sad Lonely Bard doing a little fake right there as Lurky is up for the ball. Will that fly in? It will not, as Mikey T is last on defense. Good read by Sad Lonely Bard to put it on the other side where that defender was not positioning himself. Smart plays by ECPI right now.
And it looks like Owls, he hasn't got much of a game started as Mikey T puts it in again.
ECPI, 5 goals up, 49 seconds left on the clock. It looks like they're going to take another game here, guys.
So we see Owls just making some huge saves there sometimes. I got to give them props for being able to read those fast-paced plays by ECPI.
Yeah, Owls is definitely able to get some good saves on, but his teammates also need to be as strong with saves because ECPI is capitalizing on that point. When Owls is not in net, they are able to get goals onto Maine's defensive.
As we see Lurky taking out a demolition there on, looks like Nate Ev, baby.
It looks like Lurky is going to put that in net from a pass from the corner by Sad Lonely Bard. Way to see the redirect on that angle.
We talked about communication before this, and it looks like ECPI is having no problem communicating right now as they are exactly where they need to be when those passes are made.
They are definitely solid right now, and their positioning seems to be improved from where it was last. As you can see where our formation is, our players are not bunched up, they're spread out, able to cover all angles, and that is what you need to see in an offensive formation line.
As we keep trying to dribble one last time before they. It's not gonna be
And
enough.
it just touches the ground. The game ends, and it goes to ECPI 2 up in this game.
And it looks like ECPI, their players are very well balanced, as you don't see one really taking the lead over the other. You see everybody participating in all the right situations, goals, assists, and everybody having a fair amount of shots there as well.
I tell you, it does wonders when you decide to put away the whole competitive nature of who's going to go for this goal, or who wants who I want to hit this goal, I want to hit this shot, and they just start doing teamwork and start getting passes and shots on goal, mainly to play as a team, to be a team player instead of a solo player with 2 other team players.
We're seeing some solid teamwork here from ECPI. We'll see if Maine can pull it together for this last game, or if it is going to indeed be the last game of the opening ECAC fall season game here for ECPI.
Now, NMCC needs to come back 3 games above ECPI. ECPI only needs to win 1 to take this dub for the first season for the first game of the fall season. As we see that ECPI is taking possession right out of the gate, putting it on goal, as Nata Baby is able to send that away. Cardboard is not able to get a good touch off of that, as he sends it right to Mikey T with Sad Lonely Bard right in front, but Owls is able to get a good touch and a save off of that attempted shot. And it looks like ECPI trying to go for these aggressive goals very close, as they're able to hit it right around the goal. And as I say that, Lurky is able to put it in for their first goal only 37 seconds after our start.
And Owls was right there. He just didn't have the looked like he rotated the wrong way. Instead of flipping backwards, he went a little sideways.
Hey, it happens. Everybody makes mistakes,
no.
and like we almost saw there, the mistake would have been just a wrong touch off of kickoff that would have resulted in a goal. But luckily, it only hit the sidewall. Looks like the other team is going to try to get a shot on our net, as Mikey T is going to push it to the other side, almost putting in that goal. I think Lurky saved
I think
that.
Lurky might have saved that one there. And it seems like Maine they do very good job of applying pressure in the beginning of the matches, but it seems like they just get caught up maybe pushing too much forward and leave an empty goal like we see there. I think that's what's hurting them the most right now.
Their spacing is definitely could be a lot better, and I noticed that they don't have a lot of aggression on our net. If you look at the post-game stats, they don't have a lot of shots on us.
Very few.
As much as our team has shots on goal on their side.
Oh, Cardboard Box with a huge shot here, though. Just not quite enough, as Lurky's going to take the save on that one.
Mikey T is going to be trying to send this downfield, as Cardboard Box has possession over that ball. Lurky is the last one on defense, trying to get a pass back there. Nana Baby is going to put this up on the wall. Luckily, it is right in Bard's path. See if Mikey T can get a shot on. Just doesn't get the shot. As Sad Lonely Bard is the last one on defense and is able to get that clear away. He goes for a shot right here off the double touch. Let's see if Lurky can get this touch in. And he does! With the help of a redirect. If I wouldn't say that a touch there would be the best decision, since it does speed up the ball for the defensive player quite a bit. I think a little communication error was probably to blame right there.
As we are now just about halfway through the third match here. ECPI in the lead, 3-0.
Yep, with only 2 minutes and 40 seconds Now, if I was Maine, I'd really be trying to put some pressure on ECPI's net because they don't have a lot of time left in the game.
And they need to score
2
3
minutes
goals.
Yeah, they have to score 3 goals, and 2 minutes goes by pretty quick. As we see here, Sad Lonely Bard is trying to get a shot on their goal. NMCC doing a good job of being able to throw that away. It looks like they might have a shot, but Bard is just able to goes off the backboard with a double touch. Oh my gosh! We were talking about some flashy goals that might be end up making their debut today, and Sad Lonely Bard, you do not disappoint. Sad Lonely Bard and Lurky really putting some freestyle goals on net in this game.
What a huge play there by Sad Lonely Bard. I didn't think that one was going to go in, but he got that last little touch that really it sealed the deal. So we got another huge save by Native Baby.
As Sad Lonely Bard is able to redirect that onto net. Mikey T trying to get the touch to get that pass into mid, but it looks like Sad Lonely Bard is going to get the pass to Mikey T, who redirects it right onto goal. What a play!
That was a huge
ECPI.
pass. Huge pass.
Maine really struggling to keep ECPI off their backs.
And coming down here to the final minute. We'll see if Maine can put something together, get some points on the board, and take this to the next match.
As Maine, I probably would be pretty nervous right about now. They have 5 goals that they have to make up with 1:20 back on the clock, but it looks like they're trying to put a little bit more intensity on ECPI's net, although ECPI is able to put on a strong defense and is just able to get those passes right in the mid.
ECPI doing a great job of turning Maine's aggressiveness into goals on their part, as it just about clears the net every time.
Yeah, ECPI recycling those clears back into passes, back into shots on goal, and just not giving Maine a break here. No breathing room, and Maine is, I don't want to say choking, but
They're
they
running out
are
of time.
struggling.
We're coming to the final 30 seconds. Another
Mikey
shot
T
by
almost
Mikey
with the
T.
shot. Lurky seeing what he can do here to put a ball on net. So close.
Great
Sad
save
Lonely
there by
Bard.
Native Baby.
What ECPI has to be...
Oh, no.
I take my words back. ECPI able to put the shot on net. I was going to say what ECPI might have to look out for is a clear ball by Maine to their net because they were all 3 up, but that doesn't seem to matter because they are just able to put the ball into the net and add another point to their scoreboard.
As we come down to the final seconds, it looks like ECPI is going to take the first game of the ECAC fall season. Well
ECPI.
done.
They played really well this entire game, and the communication was there, the adaptability. These guys had aggressiveness on par to definitely some higher pros in the league, and they came in with the mentality to impress, and I, for one, am thoroughly impressed.
I'm right there with you. I am very impressed with how they performed today. It seems like everything just about went right for ECPI. The communication was on point, rotation, and even the redirects. Everything just worked in ECPI's favor.
I would like to quickly give a thank you to our sponsors, Game Fuel, HP Omen, and ECAC for sponsoring this event.
All right, guys, and thank you for tuning in today. We're going to send it over now to the coach's interview.
Okay, what do you want? Who's interviewing me? Okay. Him, TVN? Okay, good.
All right, I got Coach JJ here with us. Coach, I got to say, what an excellent game. Exciting. That was a great matchup to watch. What do you think personally the Rams did right, and where would you say we have opportunity for improvement?
So we really came out firing on all cylinders. For everybody that's watched our games previously, they know that like historically we've had problems coming out the gate and maybe giving away a game or two that we shouldn't have. But tonight we really just came out swinging really hard. Obviously this was the first game of the season, so we had some hiccups like the few weeks prior in practice. But like we really wanted to focus in on that teamwork and that communication and our passing, which I feel like was a huge highlight of our play tonight. We didn't have a whole lot of solo goals. We had a lot of assisted goals. We passed very well. We played extremely quick. NMCC played pretty well. I don't feel like they kept up with our speed as much as we were playing. We were playing extremely quick.
Yeah, you guys were extremely fast paced. It seemed like ECPI, the players were always in the right spots. But now that we've gotten through our ECAC Rocket League season opener, what is your approach to this season that may or may not be different than last season?
So again, for everybody who's like came over from last season, as far as like viewers go, you'll know like through the second half of the season, I was really focused in on like communication. So whereas last season we were really like building the team up, this season we're kind of really just highlighting what we worked on last season, and communication is always going to be a big one for us because Rocket League is a team game. It's teamwork at its finest. Of all the esports we have, Rocket League might be the most teamwork dependent one we have. So I mean, I can't speak how important it is enough. Right, we're really focused on the teamwork aspect, the communication aspect for this team.
Yeah, I think that was one of the big things that we pointed out before the game started is communication is always something that can be improved upon. You can always do better. But as for you, I know you got a lot going on as head coach of a couple different teams there at ECPI. How are you personally dealing with the pressure? How are you able to stay the GOAT?
Listen, I love what I do. If I felt like what I did was actual work, I don't know if I could do it. I put in a lot of hours, but I'm not the only one. Our athletic director, Coach Mike, he puts in a ton of hours. Our stream team coach, Coach Matt, puts in a ton of hours. It's not a one-man show. There's a lot of people that come together to make this program great, and that beyond the staff, beyond the administration, like our players put in a ton of work, and I hope that showed tonight. Like we work hard. We work very hard.
It definitely shows. I mean, most of the matches there, I had goosebumps the entire time. I'm trying to contain my excitement.
It's a beautiful sight. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's trying to be fair. Give Maine their fair dues as we saw a couple good plays, good saves by them. Well, thank you, Coach, for stopping by and hanging out with us for a minute.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's always enjoyable. Just so you guys know, we do have a couple more matches tomorrow. It's a doubleheader. We have the ECPI Rams facing off against West Virginia University Institute of Technology at 8 p.m. Quite a mouthful. And then we have 9 p.m. We have the ECPI Rams facing off against Virginia Wesleyan. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. One more time, if you are a Twitch Prime member, you can subscribe for free to the ECPI Rams channel. We thank you again for the support. Until next time, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.